Anywhere you go, anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, what you saying, people, and welcome back to another live stream. Hope everyone is doing good. Welcome back, welcome back. Hello, Anus. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing well. Nick KB, welcome to the stream. Waiting for you too, Nick. Welcome to the stream. March, as always, good morning. Hope you're doing good. Hope everyone is having a better train than me. I mean, that's very thoughtful of you, March. Very thoughtful. But again, we're all going to have our ups and downs. We're all going to have our ups and downs. Hey Dylan, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hope everyone is doing good. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is doing good. Like always, guys, if you are looking for my updates and my posts and my trades, my setups, watch list, all that good stuff, feel free to check out my Telegram channel. Link to that in the description, also at the top of the chat there. And if you are looking for a broker, I do have my affiliate link there to IC Markets. Feel free if you want to use that and check it out. But yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is doing good. So yeah, currently just hopped into a second trade today. I'm still currently in Euro Pound. That one's actually moving pretty well. So we did have our entries yesterday at 8 a.m. So around that candle there. Stop loss just below and targets at 88147, which is coming to the highs of this range up there. So we're not too far away from the target. We've just seen a lot of weakness in the pound at the moment. So TP is roughly like there-ish. I do have an electronic TP in, so if it does hit that area, hopefully the TP will take me out the trade. But yeah, looking pretty good there on Euro Pound. A nice push. Again, a lot of sideways price action, which you can expect with Euro Pound. Very, very sideways, and suddenly just has its big moves. And yeah, it's pretty nice when you're in the right direction of it. And I just hopped into a second trade, USD on this candle here, which is in a bit of a drawdown currently. So come on, click, there we go. So yeah, currently in this second position here, stop loss just under the wick with a little bit of breathing room because we're coming into these lows here. looking for potentially a bounce to the upside for push back into this area up here, which is actually where I was looking to sell at the start of the week. However, obviously didn't quite get there. So we're going to see if we can get a bounce back up into that level. Again, like I said, currently in some drawdown, but price is still comfortably in that support. I'm banking on some dollar strength coming in. We're coming into that double bottom area as well in the DXY. So I'm looking to see some upside for this one. The DXY is actually looking a little bit bullish, but I think CHF might be quite strong as well, which is why USD CHF is not really taken to that at the moment. But hopefully we can hold that support. Looking for a push to the upside. I do have first target around this zone here to secure some partials, and then looking for the full target up at that level there. So we'll see how that one plays out. Morning Emran, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. What do I think about NAS 100? We'll take a look, no problem. Hi Dale, to buy an AUSD. It fell big time. Oh well, looking for the next trade. Nice, March. That's the attitude. On to the next one. As long as you are trading something you believe in, the strategy. I mean, you will be fine in the long run. Short term, you have your ups and downs, but long run should be overall up. And that might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So you got to stick it out. Emran, AUSD, we'll take a look. Yogesh, afternoon from India as always. Morning everyone, the Kingdom Gal, welcome to the stream. Welcome. So yeah, I'll take a look at NAS 100, see what's cooking on that one. I remember I was looking at this one yesterday on the stream. It was looking pretty good for some sales. We did see a bit of a wick to the upside, as you can see coming to this area. I did say this broken support time resistance looks very, very nice, and this range up here, and it looks like the market is starting to respect this broken support as resistance. So again, like I said, you can see the structure is very, very clear with this one. We've gone for making higher highs here on the left. So we've got the high, higher low, high, higher low, high, equal lows, lower high, lower low, breaking through the structure here. So what do we expect next? We expect the market to retrace, form a lower high, and then we expect at least a drive back into the respective lows, which is here, but most likely some new lows. And I'm looking at price to go and take out this wick down here and just continue the downtrend that is basically in. If I zoom out, you can see the downtrend we're in right there, and even a longer term downtrend, which you can see there as well. So naturally just expecting NAS 100 to continue to the downside here. Targets here look very, very good as well, and then targets down there at 10,434 look good too. But yeah, for me, this is a textbook break and retest. Bit of a fake out there, probably caught a lot of people on the wrong side potentially. Big move to the upside there, but you can see in the 4H time frame, all it did was just leave behind a big wick. So after all, this is the level that is holding, and if you can maintain that, I do think NAS is looking good for a big tank to the downside. So yeah, I don't really trade indices, so it's not necessarily a move that I'll look to take. If that was on like a Forex pair, I'll be all over that right now, because that looks like a very, very high quality setup. Again, doesn't mean it's a sure banker and it will win, but probability is very, very much in that favor. But yeah, it's looking good for move to the downside, US 100. Anus, are you looking to trade that? Do you have the same bias, or looking for something else? AUSD will take a look at that one, since Moch was buying that as well. Gold looks like it has found some resistance. Yeah, gold was crazy. We actually had a crazy day in the markets yesterday, to be fair. Quite a crazy day, and today as well with the crypto, which we'll go take a look at. Where's AUSD? Excuse me. So yeah, AUSD, we had a bit of a pump to the upside again with all the dollar pairs did it at that same time really. We saw some dollar weakness come through, and we did say one more push to the upside for AUSD and the other dollar pairs as well. And now we're struggling at this area here. So again, overall I'm still short on AUSD, as in short bias, not actually short. I'm still short bias on AUSD, so I'm not really looking to buy the pair. Again, on the low time frames, hourly, 30-minute, you can probably find some nice buys here. But in my opinion, with this structure here on the 4H, that we've still got all this momentum into the downside, and we haven't really taken out this structural high. It means that all the buy trades, in my opinion, most likely be short-lived unless we reverse. So if we reverse, then yeah, obviously the market will head higher. But if we don't reverse, you want to be in and out of those buys pretty quickly. And the sells is still the best bet until structure breaks. So I'm still expecting price to give us a move to the downside. How far is another question, because we do have a few attempts where the market's given us a lot of wicks, trying to head to the downside but failing to do so, and actually giving us some consistent higher lows in the market, which is not the best sign. It means that it's going to take a lot of energy for us to continue down. But nonetheless, we would expect sellers to be jumping in at these highs here at that double top. So probably see a move to the downside for AU back down into these areas here. But again, I wouldn't be looking to push the trade too far. I know that the market is still bearish, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do find our feet and start to attack the highs again. So AUSD shorts do look good from that zone. That would be a nice little entry candle there. But 0.64498 and 0.64133 look like good targets. Maybe if we're lucky, could maybe get a pushback down there. In fact, if we do get a pushback down there, I'll probably expect price to continue back down to lows. But these look like good targets to have. And then, these targets down here are a little bit more of a stretch. But if the trend does continue, obviously you would expect it to continue. But from a trading standpoint, these targets look a lot more likely to get hit. So yeah, AU coming into those highs, a bit of a fake out there yesterday, closed above then straight back below. So I like the wick rejections. I do expect to see some downside. Again, DXY is testing that support, so I do think we can see some life come back for the DXY. Obviously, as long as we can hold that. We've had quite a few wick rejections around here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the market's had a few attempts trying to break through this level, failing to do so. I do think we can see some life come back into this one, which should help AU to the downside. But again, I wouldn't push it too far on that move there. So that's what I'm looking at AUSD. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. Take a look at gold. Gold found some resistance. We're going to take a look. Hi, Miko. Just got your Telegram message about USDC Chef 11 minutes ago. When did you send it? I'm just curious. I sent it like 5 past 10. 5 past, I'm not sure. It was literally just before I got into the stream, because I was doing the stream and sending out that message at the same time, so I was a little bit multitasking. But it was probably like 5 minutes after the candle closure, or 6 minutes. I'm not too sure. Maybe it was 11. I didn't have my phone on me. But yeah, I was setting up the stream at the same time, so I was a little bit delayed. I do apologize, guys. But yeah, it's probably about 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes late after the candle closed. But when I take the trade, I always take the trade on candle closure. So it's not like I wait a few minutes after the candle's closed to take the trade. I always take my trade on candle closure. TokeFX, big up. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'll be back daily. I've been out of the country for a few weeks. Oh, nice. Back again. I was wondering where you went. Hope all is well. Is selling from this morning. Okay, nice. I mean, that's looking like a really good trade there, Anus. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, if that was Forex, I'll be all over it. But yeah, in terms of structure, the rejection we're seeing, even the impulsive wave you just have, and the fact that we had quite a correctional retracement here is looking good for short. So yeah, looking like a good trade there. Looking like a really good trade. Those targets look good there as well, and then potentially some new lows as well. So looking very good. Actually, let me go over USDC Chef as well, because I did enter that one. I someone set up in the Telegram group. Okay, let me go take a look after the stream. Hello Chris, welcome to the stream. What's your take on Euro USD? We'll take a look. Wow, absolute crazy week. Roughly 60 pips takes to you, me on Euro GBP, no problem. Yeah, Euro Pound was a little bit stubborn. It's a little bit stubborn, but we did see some nice upside eventually. I'm extremely anxious the Euro USD does another rally this evening like it did yesterday. Do we know why the USD rallied yesterday evening? Yeah, I have no idea, to be fair. I think some people are saying like US elections and stuff. But personally, I have no idea, to be fair, because there was no real, event on the economic calendar. So it was obviously something external. But I'm not really up to date. Excuse me, I'm not really up to date with the things going around, day to day on the news. So I have no idea. Someone probably a bit more in tune with the fundamentals might know. Like I said, a lot of people are saying US elections. Maybe that's the reason. To be fair, we don't really ever know the true reason of why the market is moving. It's a lot of just assumptions together. So really, I'm not too bothered about why it happened. I'm just looking to see, okay, what's next now. So again, Euro USD, big push, Pound USD, they all did it. Gold was really crazy. I have no idea what gold was doing. Gold was just on a mad one, just flying to the upside. Like all the dollar pairs did move a little bit, but gold was just acting crazy. And obviously the crypto market was acting crazy as well. So that was really unexpected. Again, we were talking about gold a lot, and I said I was looking to go short on gold, but I wanted to see a little bit more development because the market was still giving me some bullish price action, especially breaking through these highs here. So if it double top there and maybe start coming back down some lower highs, I would look to go short. But yeah, price just blew to the upside. But I do think with this big push here, it might just be a bit of a fake move really, because I'm still looking at this being a lower high in the market for gold, which is back up at 1729. I'm still waiting for the weekly candle to close, because if the weekly candle closes back above my area here, that's when I start probably stepping back from gold, because I'm still pretty short bias with gold, but we do need to stay below this zone here, because we had a beautiful rejection here, nice bearish engulfing, momentum has failed, we're coming back to retest it again. If this is another successful retest, shorts will be looking very, very good for the next couple of weeks. If we do break above, then we could be looking at a very big fake out here and potentially, a big reversal on gold. So, both of those ideas are completely valid, but it's up to how that weekly candle closes. But for me, I'm still looking to short gold because we still haven't seen the close above. So I'm anticipating this weekly candles to pull back down and continue to see some downside. We haven't taken out that high there, so I'm still looking at gold potentially forming a lower high somewhere here. Again, I'm not so keen on shorting straight away, but if you can start forming a couple more lower highs, I'll look to probably start to get into positions, because if my analysis is correct with gold, we should still be coming all the way back down here. So, I'm not too bothered necessarily about entering shorts up there. I'm perfectly fine entering here, or even entering somewhere here. I can still get some decent risk reward with those trades. So gold does look like it's hit a resistance, and it could be forming another lower high in comparison to that high there on the left. But again, I'm not too excited just to get straight into the shorts, but I will be monitoring gold a lot. I do think some shorts will be looking good as long as we don't see another big run to the upside, taking out these highs, especially those highs on the left. If we take out those highs, then that could be gold looking to really rally. But yeah, I'm looking at shorts for gold, but nothing yet. Still a little bit too early. I do like the double top there, but still a little bit too early for me just now. But yeah, so currently I'm in USD CHF and Euro Pound. I just hopped into USD CHF this morning on that candle closure, nice bullish engulfing, bit of a fake out to the downside, which added to the confluence. We had some lows here, and you can see nice fake out to the downside, faking that out, then a real nice shift of momentum back to the bulls. So that was my entry candle on USD CHF, looking for push back into target 1 into this zone here. That broken support, resistance, where price could come back into and then roll back against me. So I want to be making sure I'm banking some profits there. And then if you can break through that, go hit the final target up there. I'm not necessarily going for the home run, which is all the way back to highs. I'm happy with a push into there around 1 to 3R, 3 to 1 risk reward. So looking good there for USD in some drawdown, but I was still above the zone, which is the main thing. Looking for that to flip bullish and push through. Euro Pound not too far away from target as well. Very, very stubborn this one, moving sideways, but beautiful push to the upside, and now looking to see if we can come into those highs. We are coming into this resistance here, so we might see some friction on the right. Maybe price might retrace, but I've already taken some profit and I'm already break even for this one, so it's risk free, not too far away from profit. I'm just gonna let price do its thing, and see what happens to it. But those are the only two positions I'm in currently: Euro Pound and USD CHF. So we'll see how they get going. But yeah, let me take a look at Euro USD. So yeah, Euro USD, big push to the upside, but it came right back to the double top area, which I was talking about yesterday. So on the stream yesterday, I was telling you guys that I'm looking for one more push to the upside for Euro USD and then the shorts, which is from these highs up here. Again, I did go long on USD CHF, so I didn't short Euro USD as well because it's kind of the same trade. They're both doing double tops, double bottoms, USD CHF, double bottom, Euro USD double tops. It's that same thing. Both dollar strength, is what we're looking for here. So yeah, Euro USD was trading above this high here, so that was giving me heebie-jeebies. So that's why I didn't want to short Euro USD, because we've seen all this momentum and prices close comfortably back above there. So I said to you guys yesterday, if we can break back underneath, then I'll start considering this to being the lower high. But for now, I'm looking for one more push and then the sales. So for me, this would have been a really nice short this morning. USDCHF gave me better price action because of the fake out to the downside, but it looks like Euro USD is looking good. So yeah, I do think Euro USD could be the area that Euro USD rolls over from. Again, I'll take it step by step. I'm not necessarily saying Euro USD all the way back down to lows, although that could be the case, but that's just a very, very bold statement, isn't it, after all this momentum? So Euro USD shorts look good, obviously back down into this area, first kind of area of value where we could snap bullish again, or even you can actually talk about this high here as well as an area of value. And then coming down lower, I'd probably say this area here starts to take my fancy around here, and even down here as well, that resistance and support here. So 0.99, 0.98900 and 0.994, but these are the levels I'll start looking to either take partials out or just get out the trade really. But yeah, Euro USD shorts look good, and I'll expect these levels here to be hit, potentially back down to lows if things go to plan, but we will have to see. So yeah, I still think Euro USD is looking good for more downside. Good to hear it, brother. Yeah, I'm good. That's good, TokoFX. Happy to have you back, my man. You spent the time is spot on. I was just curious. No need to apologize. Take trade and closure. Yeah, exactly. I always take trades and candle close. That's always how I've taken my trades. I know some people that like to place limit orders, and they wait for the candle to close and then wait for the next one to open and pull back a little bit, like 50% of the candle, then they look to enter the trade. So there's many ways of looking to do that, but I'm very textbook, as in candle closure that meets my kind of confirmation what I'm looking for, then I'm in the trade really. Sometimes I do have some drawdown. The next candle could be bearish and go against me, basically what USDCHF is doing right now. So that drawdown is kind of expected when you're trading with candlestick closures. But yeah, I mean that's how I've always entered my trades really from day one. Hey, Arturo, welcome to the stream. Could you check natural gas? Of course, we'll take a look. Ready to get back into it. Have some juicy gains over the next couple of months. What are you trading right now? Have you got anything running? Yeah, so like I said, USDCHF and Euro Pound are the couple of trades I've got running. We'll see how these guys get going. Euro Pound looking pretty good. USDCHF still early doors with that one. Still just got into the trade, so we'll see how that one gets going. Good morning, Casper. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing good. Yogesh, welcome to the stream. Miko, please send Telegram chat. Yeah, okay, I'll send it after the stream is ended, but it is in the link in the description. It is in the link. There's a link to it in the description, so check it out there. But if it doesn't work for some reason, if someone can remind me, I'll post the link to the Telegram when I'm wrapping up the stream at the end. Miko, help me with pound AUD. I'm in for a sell. Okay, we'll take a look at pound AUD. Excellent advice on gold, no problem. UCC Chef making some moves already. Yeah, I mean, still early doors, still at the support, so we'll see how it can get going. But yeah, it's giving some nice wicks, so it does look good. But anything could happen with this dollar. Something could happen like yesterday, which would be good, obviously, but just not weakness. Actually, no, that would be bad because dollar was weak yesterday, wasn't it? So yeah, that's the beauty of trading. Anything could happen any time. That's why we've got to have to manage our risk. Hey Thapello, good day. Analysis CAD CHF. Okay, we'll take a look. USD CAD. We'll take a look as well. Do you think Euro USD will hit below parity long term? I mean, everything is still down for Euro USD. Everything is still down for Euro USD. So, yes, I think it can. It's just. No, I think it can. I think it can. Yeah, I think it can. I mean, actually, to stay below parity is a different question though. Is a different question because this is a incredible bearish leg here on the monthly chart. I mean, if you measure this move here from top to bottom, that's 3,393. If you measure this move from top to bottom, that's 2,692,570. So it's not far off, this kind of drop here, which means that retracement is more than likely to happen eventually. So I think we will climb back above parity at some point, just because this bearish leg does need to retrace. It does need to retrace. But if we're going to see a continuation of this trend, it won't last too long. We'll probably see some type of correction, and the market could look to dump and come back to these lows here potentially. So, I mean, if the economy is really bad, then yeah, it could stay long term. But I do think we'll probably see price get back above parity for quite a bit some time, because we do need to retrace this leg here at some point. So I do expect that to happen eventually. But yeah, if the long term momentum continues, then yeah, we can. But yeah, let me take a look at some of these pairs. So natural gas, we'll take a look, and then pound AUD, I believe. Yeah, pound AUD, CAD CHF, USD CAD. So okay, let me. I might just add natural gas to okay. What is the NG? Yeah, I might as well just add this to my watch list because my man Toro loves a bit of natural gas. Okay, so we'll take a look at this now. So, okay, natural gas. Oh, we broke through that support there. So I was looking for a bounce here for this one, but we actually broke through. So the market was quite bearish yesterday. Wow, no bouncing at all. So now with this, I mean, the high low is still there. The high low could still be formed. Reason being, we've still got the consistent high lows the market's been printing here. This is kind of the area. We could print another one, but nonetheless, we do have this momentum. So it's kind of in a bit of a contradicting area, if you understand what I mean. As in, we've got the higher lows, but at the same time, we've got all this momentum creating lower highs as well. So it's like, which one's going to win? Are we going to hold the higher lows and see some upside again? Or is it time for us to see a continuation, break the counter trend line, and come back down to lows? All of that is kind of up to whether we really snap through this low or not. So I think if we can see some strong rejection from here, was this 6.1? I do think the buys will look good. Again, I know you're probably not in the trade for the long term or trying to push the trade too far, which in this case is probably the best bet because the direction is a little bit unclear. I think we can probably see a push to the upside from this double bottom. Obviously, first target's coming back into these highs here, and then maybe if we're lucky, we'll start to see the market trend to the upside. If we break straight through, then like I said, we could be seeing that higher time frame move, looking to continue, which is all this bearish momentum to continue to the downside. So I'll be keeping my eyes fixated on this support here, because if it holds, I do think there'll be some nice short-term buys, potentially back to this level here, and then maybe done for the trade or leave a little bit to run, up to you how you want to manage it. But yeah, these higher lows, 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 are still looking good. So I do think there'll be some short-term buys. If we break straight through, then we know price most likely just wants to continue that bearish move. So keep an eye on 6.1 for natural gas. Let me know if you're looking for something similar, Artura. Pound AUD, we'll take a look now. CAD CHF and USD CAD. So pound AUD. Okay, so pound AUD. So for this one, you said you're in some sells. Yeah, pound AUD was looking very, very good for some sells this morning and yesterday too. We were talking about pound AUD yesterday. So sells yesterday over here, and again sells there, retapping that same level. So pound AUD does look good for sells. It is starting to form a little bit of support here, which is why it's reacting like that. But the market for me, has had this impulsive bearish move, so I'm looking at continuations to the downside, back down to this area here. It's just right now holding on to that support. So potentially there is a chance the market could consolidate a little bit, because we have rejected those highs twice, and we are rejecting that support twice, which is kind of like the requirements for consolidation. Test resistance twice, test support twice, you've got consolidation technically. So we could see the market kind of stall a little bit, and it could be a situation where the market kind of builds up, then we're looking at a potential breakout either to the upside or to the downside. I would have liked for this momentum just to sustain and continue push through the level. Of course, we still got 3 hours before that candle closes, so that could still be the case. But yeah, the market is finding support there. So again, I still do have a bearish bias for this one, looking for a move into that level, as long as we don't clear this resistance here. So the sells do look good. Obviously, the support is at that area, which would have been a nice place to take some partials at. But yeah, it depends what your stop loss. If your stop loss is above the highs, you should be good, and we should see the market, roll back over unless our bias or analysis is wrong. But yeah, price is holding out support. I wouldn't look for buys necessarily. I would only look for buys above 1.78. So the fact that we are holding that support doesn't change my bias or change what I expect the market to do. It might mean we just consolidate for a little bit before we roll over. But yeah, if we do clear 1.78, that's where I'll hold my hands up, and then yeah, we might climb back into this consolidation and start to give us a messy price action again. But yeah, we are respecting that support. But yeah, it's never going to be a smooth ride, so I still do expect it to break, and if it doesn't, we're back in that range. I'll probably just back away from pound AUD altogether. I mean, where have you entered, Nick KB? Where have you entered? Okay, so CAD CHF, USD CAD, we'll take a look, see what's going on for those guys. I'm in short Euro USD at 1.008 took this morning. Nice to the nice. Where's your target for that trade, or are you just looking to trail it? Hey, TN United, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. What's up? Can you look at US 30? Of course, my guy. We'll take a look. Shiny P, as always, welcome to the stream. Kevin, oi, can you get this man to 30 likes? Much appreciate, my man. But yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't done already. Yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, please be sure to leave a like Kevin said, get this man to 30 likes. Tugaharsh minus 4% last hour. I was greedy. Hopefully that was the only big loss this month. Yeah, I mean, at least you understand, you were greedy, so you're not putting the blame onto the market. A lot of people will take that loss and go, oh yeah, the market, kind of sold me a dream, when deep down they know it was a self-inflicted, self-inflicted reason. So at least understand you're greedy. Next time, the key thing is to understand when you're about to be greedy and try and stop yourself from doing it, which is the difficult part, because that's the thing with trading. You're kind of your own boss, your own manager. So if you want to be greedy, you can be greedy if you want to, but you'll pay the price. But you have to stop yourself from doing that, which is the hard part. But at least you're owning up to that, which is a good step, a big step in the right direction. But yeah, we'll take a look at CAD Swiss, USD CAD, and then I'll take a look at US 30 as well. Okay, so CAD CHF. Okay, so CAD CHF, yeah, this one's been a little bit iffy. So the shorts look very, very good at the start of the week, and we did see some nice downside from this area here. You can see the lower highs the market's been printing. So looking for potentially another lower high to form there for another move to the downside. So that's what I'm kind of looking at for CAD Swiss. But we're into an area where I don't really want to sell into. Reason being, we've got all these consistent high lows here in the market, and this could be another one of them. So I don't want to sell it into that. I want price to start clearing some lows out, then I'll look for a pullback and then the sells, or climb higher and then I'll sell from up here, which will make a lot more sense. Reason being, we've got a bit more room to work with, so we can take some profit off the table before we start coming into all of this noise here. Probably draw a rough trend line, yeah, something like that. Not perfect, but it kind of, takes into account most of the lows here. So if price is trading up here, you can imagine we can get a bit more pips gained coming into that trend line. Hey, thank you so much, Lawrence, for subscribing. So yeah, we've got a bit more room back into that trend line there. So you can take some profit off, break even, see what happens. Maybe we get a bounce, goes back to entry price, or maybe we get the breakout. So that'll make a lot more sense. But shorts here, you run the risk of price just forming another higher low to run to the upside again. So I said yesterday, if you can come back into this high up here, the potential head and shoulder is on the cards. Left, oh, that is horrible drawing. We've got the left head and then the right shoulder. So that will look a lot better in my opinion, and just risk to reward and everything looks a lot better. Whereas here, you run the risk of the high low forming. Unless you're a buyer of the market and you're looking for buys, then naturally speaking, this is a nice place to do that, anticipating the next high low. I'd wait to see a nice shift of momentum from this support level. So if you get a nice bullish engulfing, that could be a nice little entry there. But if you are looking for sells, I would wait for price to go higher or break through some structure first, preferably that low, and then we can start looking for some more high probability setups to the downside. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for CAD Swiss at the moment. No real setup unless, like I said, unless you're looking for buys. But yeah, I'm not seeing any good sells unless we go higher or break through some structure. USD CAD, we'll take a look at that one. So USD CAD, we did break to the downside yesterday. We had obviously the consolidation here. I was saying that most likely we're going to break to the downside. Reason being, we had this huge impulsive leg, and then the market started forming resistance up here, which most likely with these wicks was going to be the lower high. So as long as we held that resistance, most likely the market was going to break lower. And we did break lower. However, the momentum has died. We've had this huge bearish engulfing, but we've had no continuation from that. Seen a bullish candle, another bullish candle, few dojis. Market's pushing up, still got 3 hours left before it closes, but no real momentum. So I think for USD CAD, because dollar is at a nice place where we could see some strength coming back in for dollar, but USD CAD not necessarily isn't a good place to buy. Reason being, we're coming back into this range here. If anything, USD CAD could be a better sell than a buy actually, because we've had this impulse correction sort of, which is the range, another impulse, tap into that consolidation. Most likely, we could see USD CAD give us another bearish leg to the downside. Obviously, dollar will play its part, but just strictly speaking on USD CAD price action, this is definitely a structure that I would want to be selling, not buying. If you can break back inside the consolidation and to the upside, then we could be looking at a big fake out here, and then the buys back on the other side will look a lot better, because we've got the fake out and now we've got the real move. But as things stand, we haven't actually got that price action yet. So if you're looking to trade USD CAD, for me, sells make the most sense on the retest of the range. And yeah, a push back down into these lows here. That's all I'll be looking at for USD CAD. So yeah, it's not quite in sync with what I'm expecting from the dollar, but we're trading USD CAD, not the DXY. So USD CAD here, sells make the most sense at 1.348. Unless we break back inside the range, then we can see what happens from that. But at the moment, sales look good. Okay, so US 30, we'll take a look at that one. I have a question. How do you manage your trade? Do you take partial profit, break even, etc., trail stop? Well, basically, I try to keep my management of trade pretty simple. It used to be a little bit more technical, but I've started to take less partials. So I used to have like 2, 3, sometimes 4. Now I just have one partial and then the final target. and when I get to that first partial, I go break even. So it's pretty simple. I mean, like the euro pound trade here, which was I took yesterday, I had my first target coming into this high here on the left, on the 4H. So this was my first target. That's my second target up there. So as soon as price hit that, so basically I've entered the trade, I've done nothing here. I'm just waiting for price to do what it wants to do. It could stop me out or go to my profit. It ranged, went to my first target. So as soon as it got here, I closed 20%, and then I moved my stop loss to break even. And now I'm just going to see if it can hit my target or come back down against me and stop me out for break even. It will still be a partial win because I've already taken the 20% up at this level here. So, whatever happens, I'm still going to make some profit, which is a good thing psychologically, because I've been in this trade for quite a few hours now, a lot of consolidation. At least I've got something to show from it. But in terms of the management, I found that just leaving the trade to be, trust your analysis, just leave the trade to hit your target or break even or stop loss. It works the best for me anyway, because number one, it's less work to do and you're not really just looking at your trade. You can do whatever you want, something else. And number two, I feel like taking too many partials and over managing actually decreases your profit in the long run. And it makes you a little bit more emotional as well, because you're trying to micromanage the trade. So for me, it's pretty simple. I have two targets, first and second. And then when it hits the first one, break even, and then I just let price do what it wants to do. So yeah, that's how I manage my trades at the moment. But yeah, we'll take a look at US 30. So US 100 was looking very good for some sells, and US 30, what are you doing? So yeah, US 30 did push higher. Did it test the level I was talking about yesterday? Yes, just about test the level. So this level where I said we could potentially see the next big bearish leg to the downside for US 30. Next big bearish leg, reason being, we can see the overall structure of the market still consistently giving us lower swing highs. This potentially could be the next area where we place another one and see the next decline in the market. Again, I'm not doing anything too crazy here, just reading the structure. If we snap through that high, that's when, okay, most likely we'll be coming back to all-time highs and continue. But at the moment, this is the prime area where we could be printing that lower high in the market. So that's the bias going forward. But again, I wouldn't recommend just shorting straight away, because we're at that level. I'll wait for some signs that we actually are going to reverse. So far, we've just seen price climb to the upside and take out these highs here. So I'll be waiting for just more development in this area, some signs of reversal, break of structure, double tops, head and shoulders. Give me some more signs that the market is reversing. Right now, yes, we've got some wicks, but it might just mean that price wants to have a bit of a correction and then move back up again. So we haven't really got much signs of reversal right now. But this is the area where I would, if I was looking to trade this market, would be, looking to start getting ready for some short trades. But at the moment, we've seen a few wicks. I mean, if you want to get into the trade, I would say have a pretty wide stop loss just in case price comes back and retest the level again. But US 30, I do expect to see price roll over. It's just a little bit too early for me to decide if it's actually going to sell off or we're going to rally straight through. So yeah, I'll just keep an eye on it. I mean, right now it's testing this resistance here, turn support. So again, like I said, we could still push through to the upside one more time. So yeah, a bit too early for me to say if we're going to roll over yet or not. But it's in a good area. Monitor that. Wait for some signs of reversal based on structure, not necessarily just candlesticks, and then we can start looking for some bigger shorts. So that's what I'm looking at US 30. Not really interested in the buys anymore up at those levels. So yeah, hopefully that made sense there for US 30. Can you take a look at pound AUD? Okay, I'll go through that as well. Hey Carsten, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Enjoy your live stream. Thank you so much for enjoying it. Much appreciated. Can you check out ADNSD seems to rally back higher? Okay, we'll take a look. Hi MKKM, welcome to the stream. Where am I? Complete lost track of where I am. There we go. I took an overnight sell from 613 to 611. Nice. So we're really milking that that NASDAQ, the natural gas, aren't you? 11 more likes, come on traders. Much appreciated, Kevin. Much appreciated, man. And yes, they took many sales. Took from 7.2 to 6.4. Nice. Really loving that natural gas. Is that all you trade, Arturo? I think I probably asked you that question before, but I've definitely forgotten your answer. 9 more. They did 30. Can you look at US 100? Okay, Casper. Alava, I think. Alava. Hey, Alava, welcome to the stream. Saying YouTube video scammers are use your name to investment plans. Beware. Yeah, guys. Yeah, make sure if you're going to join my Telegram, make sure you use the link in the description, or I'm going to post the link to the Telegram in the chat after the stream. So, stick around, just a couple minutes after I end the stream, because I will post the link in the chat there, but there is a link to my Telegram in the description, and also if you scroll to the top of the chat, there is a link there. So, yeah, don't search my name, because there are some other chats that do have my name, which are trying to take people's money, unfortunately. So make sure you use the link and don't search my name. You guys are also at 24 likes. I'm loving the updates, Kevin. Loving the updates. Okay, so Pound AUD, AUD NZD, we'll take a look at those pairs. US 100 as well. NZJPY, AJPY, okay. I haven't looked at those pairs in a while actually, so I want to see what's going on with them. TP hit 32 likes. You lot amazing. Have good trades. My work is done here. Much appreciated, Kevin. Big up, man. Big up. Bitcoin, yeah, we'll take a look at Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's had a crazy dive. Crazy dive. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all those guys. Yeah, it's still pushing as well. Damn. And we've dropped from 21,314 to 17,747. That is it's a huge drop. New lows past that point there. After the crash that we had earlier this year. Was it this year? Yeah, early this year. So yeah, looking absolutely horrific right now. Very horrific. So yeah, I mean, again, the market's still very much in a downtrend, so it's not the most shocking, outcome, because you can see what the market's been doing for a long time since November last year. So for over a year, we've been heading down. So it's not really a surprise that the market's going to make another impulsive move to the downside as well. But yeah, how far could this go? We've been talking about this area quite a lot. We could be drawn to that area there, 12K. So potentially. Obviously, sales down here make no sense. So you do want price to retrace. But yeah, it's not looking good for the crypto world at the moment. Not at all. Okay, let's start taking a look at some of these pairs. What I think of gold? We'll take a look at gold as well. No problem. Okay, so I said pound AUD, US 100, gold as well. There was another one. AUD NZD as well. Okay, so yeah, like I said, for pound AUD, shorts do look good. I'm expecting price to push back down into this level here. And we've had a really nice rejection of this level a couple times. Yesterday was looking good for some shorts. Now we've come back again to that same area. So I do think pound AUD is looking good for a rollover. I'm looking at this from a high time frame perspective as well, particularly the monthly chart. And you can see we've been forming consistent lower highs in this market. I'm looking at this one being the next one and for another push to the downside. And the fact that we've got these equal lows down here, I'm expecting price to come back and take these lows out. And push through into this area here. So I think pound AUD long term it has a very high chance of heading a lot lower, and we could be seeing that lower high getting printed around here. So naturally, I'm just expecting a nice break and retest there on the daily, continuation to the downside. So This morning's shorts there looking very good. We're at support now, so I wouldn't really recommend going short. If you can break through this support, that would be very nice indeed, and then get the continuations lower into that level. Or if you were to push up one more time, reject it again, that would be a nice shout there as well to short it back down. But in terms of direction for pound AUD, expecting 1.749. And not further as well, obviously my long-term prediction, but we'll take it step by step. That's the clear next target. Even that gap could cause some friction as well, so keep an eye out for that. But pound AUD sales look very, very good in my opinion. AUD NZD, someone said this one's running to the upside. Yes, we are seeing some upside there. I did say yesterday shorts do look good coming into this level and also this level up here. So it looks like we could be pushing into that level there. Price looks like it may just be breaking through this level. So that level there looks like it's going to be flipped as support. But yeah, AUD NZD is broken through a lot of structure, so we're expecting retracement anyway. We're breaking through so many swing lows here. So you do expect to see retracement, after breaking out so many swing lows. Most likely the market's going to snap to the upside for at least a pullback before continuing. So with this in mind, we've got a clear level up there, which would be nice for a retest. But obviously the market's particularly bearish, so we might not get there. So if we can get back underneath this level here, then shorts will look a lot better. Or obviously, let me just draw that again. Or obviously if we rally to the upside into that level, that will obviously look great for shorts. Risk to reward is a lot better from up there, obviously. So yeah, shorts do look good, but at the moment still have a bearish bias. We're seeing a really nice impulsive bearish leg. Market's starting to find a bit of its feet now. A lot of rejections around here, bit of a curved bottom there. So we could see some upside, but again, most likely going to be retracement. So shorts do look good. And if you are looking at shorting it, I would like to see price get back below 1.09500 or retest that daily level there at 1.10400. And yeah, and see the momentum continue back down to lows. That's what I'm looking at. AUD NZD. Gold, we'll take a look. Few people have asked for gold. US 100, we'll take a look at that one as well. No problemo. A few JPY pairs getting recommended. We'll take a look. Euro JPY, we'll take a look. No problem. A Big Bang, NZD CAD, ADC Chef. No problem. We'll take a look. Hey Miko, is it viable for me to wait for trendline break on the 1H before entering USDCHF? I'm actually trading USDCHF at the moment already, so I'm not sure what trend line you're talking about. We'll take a look at the trend line in a second because I've got a few pairs to run through first, but I'm actually already in that position. Okay, so gold is pulling back a little bit there, seeing a little bit of upside. Again, as long as gold doesn't break through this high down the left, I'm still going to be looking for those shorts for the next push to the downside. Again, we've had an insane push to the upside, but I'm looking at this momentum here as a bit of a fake move, and we could see price snap bullish anytime. So I'm going to be waiting for some more development, like I said yesterday, waiting for some more lower highs before I get short. Because at the moment, this price action, is not too far off what we've seen here. We're still seeing that kind of double bottom prices sort of forming here like it formed there. We could rally up again. But again, I'm not really interested in buying gold whatsoever right now. If you see that weekly candle closure above 1700, then yeah, maybe next week. But at the moment, still focus on selling gold. So I'm gonna wait for some lower highs to print, or at least some more rejection coming to this resistance at 1716. And then I'll see what we can do. But at the moment, yeah, momentum, we're still hanging on to that double bottom. So gold, I'm looking at price coming right back down into these areas, but need a bit more development before I enter gold. But gold is on my watch list. So I will be monitoring it, coming towards the end of the week. I'm particularly keen to see how the weekly candle closes, because at the moment we are trading above 1700, but we just haven't had a closure yet, which is the important thing. So we'll see what we can get by the end of the week. But I'm still looking at shorting gold at the moment. Just need a bit more development, and then I'll see what we can get later on. Do we have some news later this week? Because I haven't actually really checked the news. We've had so much last week. I was expecting this week to be quiet, but we've had a lot of movement and a lot of unexpected movement, to be fair. So, yeah, technically from an event, economic calendar perspective, it is a relatively quiet week, but the charts have been on a mad one. Okay, so yeah, Wednesday nothing really. Thursday. Okay, so Thursday we got CPI. I did not know that. Okay, so that'll be interesting. Maybe that could help with the gold shorts and the Euro USD and my USD CHF long. Maybe that could help. And then we've got some pound news on Friday as well. So yeah, it's not too crazy apart from tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, the markets love surprises. Okay, so we'll take a look at US 100 and then we'll go through some JPY pairs. US 100, so yeah, sales for this one look very, very good. We were talking about this one earlier, looking at potentially the lower high forming around there. If I do whip out the old Fibonacci from the high to the low, we are looking at price coming into that 0.5, a lot of wick rejections into that 0.5 as well, which is also a really good sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rejections. So for me, US 100 looks like a very, very good sell setup. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, this was a Forex pair. I would be looking to trade this 100%. Again, it's not that it's going to win, because I don't want people now, risking their whole account just because I said that. It just means that it's a very, very high probability trade. Could still fail, but if we take 100 of these trades, most likely we'll be in profit by the end of that. So these trades look very, very good. I like the structure. I like the rejections. It's looking very good, and the area that price is trading is looking good as well. And even if that does fail, I'll still be looking at another bearish leg from that zone there as well. But yeah, US 100 shorts look good. We've got nice structure. We've gone from making higher highs to lower highs and lower lows. This potentially could be a lower high. And yeah, we'll be expecting the drive to the downside. So just depends how far you want to push the trade. Multiple targets you can have. Obviously, we've got the low here. You've got the low down there. You've got multiple lows here as well to target. So it just depends how far you want to push the trade. But yeah, bias is definitely short. Okay, so we'll take a look at some of the JPY pairs now. Quite a few people have been questioning them. How do you enter a trade when it gets to your area of interest? I wait for candlestick patterns on the hourly chart. Again, I'm not really a big fan of getting in straight away. So candlestick patterns do work very, very well, but I would say big tip is don't take the first signal, just as a rule of thumb. Normally the first, not normally, but normally the first signal, probably say about 60% of the time, is not fake, but it's just the market reacting to that level. You want to wait for price to develop and then give a nice entry signal before getting involved. Like for example, my Euro pound position, which I entered yesterday, it came into support the day before. So this is the support level I was looking to buy from. We had a nice rejection here, nice hammer stick candle there. So a nice rejection coming to the support. But I didn't go long there. You can see what happened. We dropped to the downside, took out those lows, and then we started to build up. And then I got long at this candle here at the start of London session. And then from that, we saw a couple more tests and the price started to rally. So again, sometimes the first candlestick will work. But for me, from what I've experienced, I would say wait for like the second, wait for price to kind of consolidate a little bit and then give a nice entry signal. Those are normally the best. Or a double bottom or double top at your area of interest is also good as well. But yeah, all I wait for is just a nice candlestick pattern entry, nice change in momentum as well, and yeah, I enter. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. Once I've done all the hard work, found my area of interest, I'm not really trying to wait for a million things to happen before I enter. I just want to get a nice area of interest that lines up with market structure, give me a good signal, I'm in the trade. But I do have a video on entries and entry levels, so check out my my Forex education playlist on my channel. Scroll through that and you should be seeing some videos there. Okay, so we'll take a look at the JPY pairs and see what's happening with them. Now we'll get into SDCAD and ADCHF as well. Big bang, no problem. And we'll take a look at USDCHF too. What do you think for the CPI news tomorrow confirmation? I have no idea. I mean, I'm looking for some dollar strength. But will it happen? I have no idea. So yeah, I'm not really too bothered, to be fair, because I am trading USDCHF, which is obviously a dollar pair. So it's either going to be a good news for me or bad news, or could even be out the trade before that. But yeah, I'm not really too bothered, to be fair. Like I said, I'm very, very heavily on technicals. So it's either the fundamentals are going to play in my favor or they don't. All I have to do is just read the price action and trade based off that. But yeah, if I'm still in USDCHF by then, I'll just play it out, see what happens. I'm looking for some dollar strength because of where DXY is trading at right now. So I'm expecting some strength to come back. But we'll see. We'll see if we can hold that support. We will see. But yeah, let's take a look at some of the JPY pairs. So pound GM, what's going on? Okay, pound GM, we did see some weakness with pound particularly. I'm not too sure if that's JPY. It might be JPY, but I know pound's quite weak this morning. So yeah, we have snapped underneath this level. So yesterday I was talking about that level at support at 167,700. And I said if we can break through, shorts will be looking good. We actually respected the level initially and did see some upside, but this morning here, 10 a.m., we have broken through that level. So we could be looking at another push, basically just back into this zone here. You can see this is where the wicks are collected here on pound gem. And this is where the buyers have continuously looked to step in 1, 2, 3 times. So most likely the market will be drawn to this area here to find some more buyers, either to rebound bullish or break through. We'll have to see. But certainly with this break here, it looks like price could be forming maybe a lower high of the market. This could be the first lower high. The market could be looking at retracement or reversal maybe. But after the break of that, I would expect the market to fill that range to the downside into this level of support here at 165,500. So my bias for pound yen is short. In terms of entries, it would be nice if price was to obviously retest this structure here. That'd be a really nice place to enter some shorts. But again, we might not get up there. We might just form a lower high somewhere here, maybe according to that structure, and then roll over. But nonetheless, 166, 165, 800. This zone is where I'm expecting pound yen to head to. So if you're looking at trading this one, I'll wait for some retracement. Obviously, shorts down here don't make too much sense, but a little bit of retracement somewhere, and I would expect a continuation back down to these lows here. And then yeah, we'll see what happens, because there could be some nice buys right back up again if we find our feet. So keep an eye out for that zone. But yeah, at the moment, pound yen looks like it could climb lower, but yeah, just wait for some correction. Euro JPY, this one's a little bit messy. Pound yen, I can look at that at first glance and make a lot of sense with that. Euro yen, I'm kind of looking around a bit to help me out here. I can see obviously this is a critical zone here where we found support after that big dump, and then we come back to retest it, found some more buyers, a nice push up. But at the moment, we're neither trading at the highs, we're neither trading at the lows. We're kind of just in the middle of nowhere here. So I'm not really seeing too much clarity in where price is trading right now. So to me, to give out a bias or a trade idea wouldn't feel right, because yeah, I don't have too much an edge with the structure. Higher time frames are still bullish, so I'll still be favoring the buys, but yeah, I wouldn't look to buy this one unless we're trading back down at these lows, because at the end of the day, it looks like we're having a bit of a range here for euro yen nonetheless. So normally ranging markets, I do look to hold back. I don't really like to trade ranging markets. I'd rather trade corrective or lightly trending, heavily trending. Those are the type of markets where my edge really comes through. But in in ranging markets, yeah, my edge is not that great, so I tend to stay away. But yeah, at the moment we're kind of trading in no man's land, so I wouldn't say there's much to do. This could be a lower high for a move back down into this level here. That for me is a bit of a reach. We do have the high up there, the lower highs here with that double top. potentially another lower high, but it's a bit of a reach. It's a bit of a reach in my opinion. So yeah, do with that information what you will, but my overall verdict for Euro Yen is that I don't have too much clarity in it. So I'll just wait for some more price action, more development before I make a a bias or a trade idea at the least. Thank you so much, Donald, for subscribing. Yeah, guys, if you are liking the content, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. If it's your first time, subscribe, join the family. I do go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. UK time. So, that suits you. Please subscribe. It would be much appreciated. And leave a like as well if you are enjoying the channel. Or the stream, I should say. Okay, so ADJPY, NZDJPY, we'll take a look as well. And then we'll go to NZD CAD and ADC Chef. We have not had a look at EuroCAD yet, Rafa. We'll take a look, no problem. And I'll go take a look at USDC Chef for that trend line because I am not too sure. Gold, what to expect? Okay, we'll go over gold, no problem. Hughes, how you do? What do you think of Euro USD breaking retest in the 15? Okay, we'll get to it. Okay, let me just do ADJPY and NZDJPY. So, yeah, ADJPY kind of the similar vibes as Euro. Kind of similar vibes where we've created the high up here of the wicks. Price is going a little bit crazy. And then we create the double top as well. Lower high and then potentially another lower high. So, looks like the market is slowly easing to the downside potentially. Again, it's not clear as day. It's not something that, I would personally look to go and trade. But obviously you guys, got your pairs you're looking to trade and, can trade wherever you want. But it's not like a short banker. Not even a short banker. It's not clear to me. So I can see the lower highs. It looks like the market could be looking to roll over a bit like a bold shaped price action. You can see the gradual higher highs, now the gradual lower highs. So we could be looking at the market rolling over and see some downside. But I'd wait for a bit more price action before I personally trade it. If we can come down one more time, work our way back up, that lower high there will be a much more probable trade. Because I could still be wrong. Price could find support here and start flying to the upside again if it wanted to. On the daily time frame, we still do have this bullish structure here. We've got higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, potentially higher low. For another higher high. That could still be the case. That could still be the case for ADJPY. So I'm a bit reluctant to sell it just yet, but we are getting a lot of signs that the market's struggling to move higher. So I would expect to move down, but it's not anything that I'd like to trade. I'd rather much wait for another move down and then catch the next lower high. For me, that would be a much more probable trade, especially if you go and take out those lows as well. So that's what I'm looking at for ADJPY. Similar to Euro. And then NZDJPY. This one's seeing some downside. Again, this one's still pretty bullish. I remember I was looking at this one on the weekend. We had a nice break of this trend line, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we had a break of the trend line. Price looks like it's retested it as well. So, yeah, shorts don't look good at all for NZDJPY. If you're looking to short, ADJPY looks a lot better. NZDJPY, no. It could still even push those highs up there. And on the 4H time frame, what do we have? We've got high, low, new high. So yeah, it does not look good at all for shorts. I know we're seeing a lot of momentum right now, so shorting up there wouldn't look a lot better, not even better. It's just heading down really. So buys down here look good around the trend line area, 85,600. Could we catch a nice push to the upside, back into areas like such? That would be nice, or even back to the highs up there potentially. So yeah, NZDJPY buys look clear. Reason being, high time frames is still bullish. We've got a clear 4H structure. We're above that trend line there. Now we're coming back into an area of demand. So naturally speaking, the buys look a lot better here for NZDJPY. Even though AUD and NZDJPY are pretty similar pairs, a little bit out of sync. So yeah, both of them are not crystal clear to me. Neither of them would be on my watch list, but that's what I would favor for both of them. So hopefully that helped, made some sense. Okay, we'll take a look at SDCAD and ADCHF. I'm going to EuroCAD as well, and then USDCHF too. Pound USD, Alfred. Yeah, I'm actually. Have we looked at Pound USD? I don't think we have. Maybe we have. No, we haven't. We haven't. So yeah, we'll take a look at Pound USD as well. Gold's very popular today. I'll take a look at gold. Hey Tony, welcome to the stream. Yesterday was insane. Yeah, we did see a lot of crazy momentum. We did see it. I mean, the market sometimes surprises you like that, even when there's no news coming out. Thapello, link to your Discord channel, please. I don't have Discord. I've got Telegram. If that's what you mean. The Telegram link is in the description, so check it out there, and it's at the top of the chat there as well. But I will be leaving another link for you guys at the end of the stream as well. So if you wait till the end of the stream, which is about in 40 minutes time, I'll leave a link in the chat because I need to grab my phone to get the link, which I don't have it on me at the moment. So I will post a link to that after the stream, but it's in the description. So feel free to check it out there. So yeah, SDCAD and ADCHF. So SDCAD, where are you? There you are. Nope, there you are. Okay, so SDCAD. So SDCAD's been interesting. I've been looking at that low high forming for some time now. We did see some upside here. We didn't quite take up the highs. We are rolling over, so it's interesting for here for SDCAD. I'm only looking at selling this pair. I'm not interested in buying at all. We've had a really nice pullback here. You can see the high time frame structure, what it's doing, still giving us consistent lower swing highs here. Got a swing high. Oh, that I missed that completely. Lower swing high, low, lower swing high, low, lower swing high, low, lower swing high, low, potentially next lower swing high. You can even see the wicks, exaggerated wicks. That's a great sign. You can see here, before we form that lower high, what we're doing, getting big exaggerated wicks. Here, not so much, but over there and over there we do. So wicks sometimes give a lot of evidence that a low high or a higher low could be forming. So do pay attention to them, especially in the higher time frames with the candlesticks like daily and the weekly. So we could be seeing that lower high form. I do like the market has rolled over without taking that high. It means this point here could be the lower high itself. Now the market's slowly working its way. The sells don't look too good down here. So shorts up there, yes, but now we're coming into the area where the buyers are looking to buy back up the market, because although the higher time frames look like we could be rolling over, the full H is still consistently giving us higher highs and higher lows, which we've got to respect at the end of the day, because if our trade's going to fail for the short direction, it's because this trend's still going to continue. So we have to think like a buyer as well, even though we're looking to sell, or at least I would be looking to sell. I suppose you two would be looking to sell as well, Big Bam. So yeah, SDCAD shorts look good, but I would wait for another move higher. Give us a third lower high. That would be really nice. Maybe tapping back into the consolidation. So we've got one drive, second drive, third drive, and then we get the rollover. But buying from here, buyers will be lurking around here. Let me get the trend lined out. People will be having trend lines like such, looking to buy from another higher low. So here it doesn't make too much sense unless we break through some structure. Then yeah, the shorts look a lot better. So break through some structure, retest it, then the sells will look a lot better. And actually, the probability of that trade playing out will be greater than that one up there as well. So, you can pick what kind of setup you're looking for, unless you maybe actually already in the trade, which would be good as well. But yeah, shorts do look good at 0.8 though. If you haven't entered the trade. If you're looking to enter, break of structure and then look to enter. But this is all buyers territory for me. This is all buyers territory, so you don't want to be entering your sells there. Unless you're scalping for 2 or 3 pips. But who scalps SDCAD? That's a weird pair to scalp. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking at for SDCAD. ADCHF, EuroCAD, will take a look, and I'm going to use USDCHF. Hang tight. And then Euro USD as well, Hughes. So ADCHF, where art thou? There you are. So ADCHF, okay. So ADCHF is another pair that looks like it, it's really struggling to form a higher high here. You can see all these wicks here. That's the only thing. ADCHF, like I was explaining on the NZD CAD, the wicks look good, and it's a good sign the lower highs could be forming in the higher time frames. But pairs like ADCHF, NZDCHF, AUDNZD, those pairs sometimes are deceiving because they wick all the time. So wicks are less trustworthy with these pairs, but it's the same principle. You can see it does wick all the time. Pairs like Euro USD and Pound USD, when they give a big wick on the daily, those have a lot more meaning behind it. But it's the same principle. Price is really struggling to break through this, and we could be looking at price rolling over. Altogether, for me, this is more or less like a range. I'm looking at that being a fake out and that being a fake out of the range, really. So if you can start to clear through this, which looks like we could do, still got 2 hours and 36 minutes before we do get a candle closure. So if you can get a retest, something like that, shorts will look a lot better for this one. Or even better if you can clear this low and then look for shorts. Increase the probability by a little bit if you short underneath that low rather than that support and resistance. But they're both valid setups as well. They're both valid setups. So yeah, ADCHF, we are looking at that lower high. We're still trading below this point here, which was the price swing high of the market. If I just bring that forward so you can see that was the last swing high, last swing low. We've got our kind of range we're trading in, looking for the market to roll back over. So if you can snap through that consolidation, lower high, retest it, clear sells and clear targets. That is a nice target, that's a nice target, that's a nice target, and the supports down here is a nice target as well. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for ADCHF. So I hope that makes sense. EuroCAD, USDCHF. So yeah, EuroCAD, again, is another pair that's kind of like for me. It's like it could be doing this, it could be doing that. I have not necessarily an overall direction which I'm leaning towards in, and when I have that in my head, I tend to not trade, because if I trade one, I'm going to be anxious that price is going to go in the other. When I take a trade, I want to be having a pretty clear, concrete bias when I take a trade. It doesn't matter if it's wrong or right, at the end of the day, but I just want to have a clear bias in a particular way, a particular direction. Here for EuroCAD, it doesn't make too much sense for me. I can see why this could roll over, because we've got this huge head and shoulder which could be forming, and this could be a nice place to see some downside. But at the same time, we've got this bullish structure here as well, which you guys can see just slightly out the screen there, which the market could still look to push through and climb back to highs. So it's kind of an interesting area. So the way we can counter this is just not to be too greedy. This is a good resistance, and we could see some downside from this. But, this level here, I wouldn't look to push the trade further than that. If we snap through that, then yeah, we could be seeing that head and shoulder form and see more downside. But at the moment, this is a really nice level where we could see some downside, maybe a pullback, and the market could go bullish, or could give us the head and shoulder. So this is a nice place to short, but only for the short term. I'm not going to be calling out something like this or have a particular bias that I'm favoring, because I don't have one. So yeah, EuroCAD shorts look good. Even to this level here, looks like a nice little trade. If price can maybe push up one more time, double top of that level, gives a third drive to the upside, that would be a nice short there. Something like this, one drive, second drive, third, and then get the push into the lows here. Then maybe price might want to continue, just get that push and then be done for the day. That makes a lot of sense to me there for EuroCAD. Other than that, it's not the cleanest price action in the world. So yeah, I hope that made sense. I had nice resistance. It looks good for sales, but don't push the trade too far. USDCHF. So Rohan, you were talking about a trend line. What trend line were you talking about? Okay, USDCHF is not playing ball with me right now, but we'll see. It's trading below the zone, but I'm interested to see how the 4H candle closes. Obviously, my stop loss is down there, so if it takes it out, it takes it out. But we went some drawdown yesterday with Euro Pound. That one came to life, so let's hopefully USDCHF could do that as well. So yeah, USD CHF still trading at this low. Um, what time frame is the trend line you're talking about? Is it that one? Potentially that one. Yeah, I'm not too sure what trend line you're talking about. Um, Again, if it's your criteria to wait for the trend line to break, then yeah, wait for the trend line to break and get in. Obviously, for me, trend lines I use them as confluence and just to help with the overall picture which I'm painting. But horizontal support resistance is always where I'm going to base my entry and my stop loss from. At least for now. Maybe in the future I might change that. Who knows? But as for now, my trading plan that I'm currently trading. This support here, I'm looking for a bounce to the upside. So I'm not too sure what trend line. Maybe this trend line here. Yeah, maybe that one you're looking at. Potentially, I'm not too sure. So yeah, if you're waiting for that trend line to break, then yeah, wait for it to break and go long. For me, it's already at my area of interest. It's giving my signal, so I've entered the point. Um, Okay, so yeah, downtrend line swing point. Okay, so yeah, if you're looking to go long and you're looking for the breakout, then feel free, wait for the breakout. As for me, I've already got my entry signal, so I'm in the trade, and if it loses, it loses. If it snaps through the trend line, then happy days, of course. But yeah, it's just up to your plan. It's up to your plan. Obviously, the trend line will give you more probability that it will play out because it's broken through that resistance. It will give you a slightly later entry, but more probability it will play out. So if that's the game you want to play, then play it. But yeah, there's never really a shouldn't or a should do in trading. It's just is it what you meant to do? Then yeah, do it. But yeah, the trend line will give you more probability and a slightly later entry. So yeah, that's the thing the trend line will give you. Okay, so hopefully that made sense on that one. Gold, take a look, see how that one's playing up. Your USD breaking retest 15 minute, I'll take a look at that now. Yeah, waiting for a move higher for sales, maybe a head and shoulder. Yeah, that potentially could play out as well. Again, it's just not at the best place to get short. It's at that buyers territory, so nothing there really. AUCHF looks like we could get the breakout, but still got 2.5 hours before that closes, which a lot can change. Okay, so 80 CAD pound USD. We'll take a look. We haven't looked at pound USD yet, so we'll take a look at that one. AUD we'll take a look. DDA, love that name as well, same as Didier Drogba. Vincent, how do you measure your stop loss? How to measure my stop loss? By pips? Or do you mean how do I place my stop loss? I mean my stop, I don't have a set size of stop for stop loss. Some traders have a set step like 10, 20 pips. For me, it changes depending on the pair and depending on the stop loss needed for it to make sense. So for example, on Euro Pound, my stop loss size was 33.2 pips, but USD CHF, my stop loss size is 49.6. So it depends on the pair and the trade, and that's why I use a pip calculator tool. I normally use FXCM for that. So yeah, take a look at that. You can just search up on Google and it'll come out. But yeah, it just depends on what I need, but it does change quite a bit. So I always have to calculate my stop loss size, my lot size, sorry, for the trade. Let's go back on the charts. Hey, King C, welcome back, my man. Been a long time. Hope you're well. Okay, let's get someone to these pairs now. First time on the channel. What up? Hey, Joseph, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. What type of trader are you? I like to call myself a bit more of an intra-week trader. Typically because I do hold positions overnight, so some people would view me as a swing trader and sometimes over the weekend as well. But particularly most of my trades, I'm in and out within 2-3 days, maybe a day as well, sometimes the quicker ones. So I like to call myself a bit more of an intra-week trader. So yeah, that's kind of my trading style. Trading within the week. Incredibly choppy area. Yeah, I mean that's used to CHF, he's a little bit more choppy. Lol, not many people can pronounce my name. I mean, if you come across football fans, because I'm not good with names. I'm not good with names. There's so many people's names on here, which I've completely messed up, and I do apologize to everyone. But because I watch football and I'm a Chelsea fan as well, so if I don't pronounce your name correctly, then there's something wrong. There's something wrong, big time. But yeah, Didier Drogba is the only Didier I know. But it's a wicked name. It's a wicked name. So yeah, pound USD. So yeah, pound USD is actually looking for price to come back to these highs here. But actually, let me go to your USD for my man Hughes because I did miss out on that. So you said you're looking for the break and retest on the 15-minute. If you guys are enjoying the stream, by the way, please be sure to leave a like in. I was about to say leave a like in the description. You can't do that. Just leave a like on the video. It does help out the channel, and subscribe if you haven't done it already as well. But yeah, the break and retest is on there. It is on 15-minute. I see what you're talking about there. It looks like we have picked up a bit of momentum there for Euro USD. So if we can see the market reject a few more times, shift the momentum, see a nice bearish engulfing, I do like the short idea. If we climb back inside the level, I would just stay away, because this here is a pretty strong range here in the 15-minute. And if the market now climbs back inside that range, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. So yeah, if you can see some nice rejection, yeah, you can just look at continuing that move to the downside. But if you climb back inside the range, yeah, I would hold off there for Euro USD. I would hold off. But yeah, the 50-minute retest is on there. I like the idea, Hugh. So just see how it goes. I mean, right now, 50-minute candles just opens, pushing above. That can maybe flip bearish, nice big bearish candle, engulfing candle. That could be a nice entry signal, stop loss above, and you've got a nice target to work with back down to these lows, and you've got a nice high there on the left as well. So yeah, there's a lot of sense in that move. There is a lot of sense in that move. Okay, so pound USD. So a few people have been requesting pound USD. Let's take a look. Pound USD, what we're doing. So yeah, pound USD yesterday, I was talking about price trading on this low here. I said as long as you stay above that, I'm favoring price to reach back to these highs here before potentially selling off. Looks like pound broke below the level, but then snapped bullish. Overall, it's kind of a little bit hit and miss with pound USD. Euro USD was very, very tidy yesterday in terms of respecting that prior high and then just flying to the upside, whereas pound broke below, broke back above, so it's a little bit messy, but we didn't quite hit that resistance, which is what I was looking for pound USD to do. We're trading back underneath it, but it's never really a break and retest that I'd like to trade. Reason being, we're trapped between some support here on the 4H, and we've got that resistance there. So some people like to short this on the break and retest, but it's not clear at all. We've got a lot of momentum here, seeing a nice correction, another push to the upside, coming back to the same support. It's not really good level to short into. So with pound USD, we could be printing the next lower high of the market, as we do have overall a pretty bearish market, as we can see. And I'm still bearish overall in pound USD. I'm still looking for another swing to the downside. I'm still looking for those shorts, but I'm not really looking to short right at the highs. I want price to do what it needs to do up here and start giving me a bearish trend, and then I'll look to hop into one of those lower highs and then take the trade. Much more probability down here than trying to predict the lower high up there. I mean, we are getting a lot of signs that this could be the lower high, with the rejections and the impulsive moves, but it's still too early to call for me. So with pound USD, I said yesterday shorts will look good up at these highs here, and I still stand by that. So pound USD was to push up higher into 1.16. I'll still be looking to short. If it can start breaking through the support level here and start giving me some lower highs, and then I'll look to get into one of them, short it back down to these lows here probably, and potentially see the market roll over again. So that's what I'll be looking at for pound USD. So most of the dollar pairs, I'm looking for some dollar strength to come back. I'm looking for downside in pound, looking for some downside in euro, obviously upside in USD CHF, which is not playing ball. Gold, I'm looking at some downside too, but yeah, it's a little bit too early doors with gold. It's still very it's moving sideways after that big impulsive move, which you can expect, like we did over here, big impulsive move, and then the market was moving sideways. So it's still too early to tell if gold's actually going to form that lower high and roll over, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for shorts on gold for another pushback down. So yeah, I'm pretty much banking on that dollar strength coming back in, which has seen some upside, but nothing too crazy. I'm looking for this to, if this does hold, I'm looking for this to really push, at least coming back into this area here, 111. So I'm looking at something like that from the DXY, but we haven't really seen any of that just yet. So be interesting to see how that continues. But yeah, pound, I'm only looking at shorts. Potential lower high could be forming. I'd wait for this 1.44 support to snap, and then I'll start looking for the lower swing highs after that for a move back down, or better yet, even a push back to this high up there, and then I'll short back down again. So yeah, I hope that made sense. Okay, so AUSD, we'll take a look as well. Pound yen, we'll take a look. No problemo. Did someone say 80 CAD? Yeah, Omar said 80 CAD. I'll take a look at 80 CAD as well. I usually have to explain to everyone my name is the same as Didier Drogba. Yeah, I mean, if they know who Didier Drogba is, they should be getting your name instantly. Doing good. Just bought a new house and moving all. Doing good. Nice. Good. Making big moves. I like that, King C. Hope everything is well and you're settled in. No, I mean ADCHF with the wicks in the range. Oh, okay. Yeah, ADCHF is crazy. I mean, CHF pairs in general do love a bit of wicks. Oh, we're seeing a lot of downside there. But yeah, CHF loves wicks. CAD CHF as well. NDCHF, wicks galore. Wicks galore. New to the channel. Hey, Kenyan. We do have quite a few Kenyans, to be fair. Gee Money, welcome to the stream. Pound CAD Chelsea. Nice. Few Chelsea fans here. Nice, 60 likes now, 100 people watching, so let's take it up to at least 90 because PD. Yeah, it's my birthday as well. So that would be very nice, guys. I'm just having a very, very long birthday from September into November and back around to September again. Okay, so AUSD, AUD CAD, and then we'll get on to some other pairs which I've just forgotten. So where's AU? Okay, so AU. So yeah, AUSD come into a very nice level which we did yesterday off that dollar weakness. We smashed our heads into that, but we've struggled to continue. You can see the wicks down, 4H prices trying to rally to the upside. We've got few attempts, 1, 2, 3, price trying to rally, and then it broke through some support to the downside. So I do think shorts look good for ADCHF, for AUSD, but again, nothing too crazy because the market's had a few attempts to roll over, and each time we see strong bullish momentum come back in again. So I do think we'll probably see a push to this level or to that level, and then we might see some buyers step right back in again. And we could be looking at maybe a reversal or just a deeper retracement before maybe another major lower high forming. So AUSD, I'm still short bias. I'll still be looking to short the pair. It's not necessarily on my watch list, but if I was, I would be looking to short. And yeah, these would be my targets, which came pretty close to that one there at 0.64480, and at 0.64133 would be the second target. And down here is a bit of a stretch, so I would have taken most of my profit coming into these levels here. But AU, if you're looking to get short in this one, you want to see another move to the upside. This is where the buyers would be looking for another higher low. So you do want price to push up find the sellers again, and then that's where you start looking for your entries to take it back down. But as long as we don't start rallying straight through this 0.65 100 level, shorts do look good. Shorts still do look good for AUDCHF, but you do want prices to stay underneath that level there. I see some downside. AUD CAD, what's going on with this one? Okay, AUD CAD, yeah, AUD CAD's been messy. It's been messy. Yeah, it's an interesting one. We had a really nice bowl shape here. Price has gone from making consistent lower lows to equal lows to higher lows. So we've had that gradual kind of, bowl shape pattern, which is a very, very powerful pattern when you find it. From my experience, hey, thank you, Snackit. I think I said thank you so much for subscribing. From my experience, bowl patterns, when they form properly, have a very high win rate. They don't form all the time though, but when they do, they make for really good trades. But yeah, AUD CAD, we're coming into this resistance here. Really respect that level. But yeah, how far do we go? How far do we go? Because last time we looked like we were going to come back to these lows. Price found some support, formed a higher low in reference to these lows, and rally back up again. So yeah, shorts do look good, but you want to be shorting up here, not there. This could be a higher low in forming, so that's not a good place. That would be a good target, but if price gets there, I would expect it just to continue at the point, because then it's forming some equal lows. So yeah, AUD CAD shorts do look good, but if you're not already in the trade, you want price to retrace, at least to come back and retest this level here. It doesn't necessarily have to come and test the high, but at least come and have a break and retest of that level to go short. And then targets, you've got some hourly lows here to look at, which actually make it a little bit clearer into that level there, even into this level here as well. But yeah, I do have to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of the price action here. So yeah, shorts do look good, but again, nothing too crazy. Price is kind of like in a big consolidation, really. We're still seeing a lot of bearish momentum in the higher time frames, which is kind of giving us a slight edge to the downside, as you can see. But it's just very, very messy. Okay, so pound yen, we'll take a look at that one. Pound yen, pound CAD, we'll take a look, no problem. Have I missed out any pairs up there? I don't think I have. Yeah, to be fair, there's been a lot of pairs today, so I've been trying to keep up to date with everyone. If I've missed your pair, just send it in again, because yeah, it's been difficult, but I think I've kept up to date with most requests. But yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please be sure to leave a like. It does help out the channel. Much appreciated to everyone who's liked the stream already as well. Thank you so much. If pound USD breaks that level, where do you see it going? Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. That Barca game yesterday was epic. Barca, I didn't see Barca game yesterday. I didn't really keep up to date with La Liga week in, week out. So yeah, I have no idea what's happened with Barca. Did they win? Did they lose? Let me know. Thank you, Money Games. Thank you so much, man. You see Chef will bounce back up. I hope so. Euroseat Chef, DXY, you see Chef. Okay, we'll take a look. DXY, I'm long. Can we look at Euro USD? Okay, the pairs are flooding now. Okay, so we'll take a look at pound CAD and pound yen. Okay, so pound CAD, for this one coming into the week, if you haven't checked out my weekly analysis, feel free to go and do that. But I was talking about pound CAD's shorts and looking for another move to the downside. Didn't quite hit the areas I was talking about. I was talking about this range and this area here, so it's kind of rolled over in between of those two areas. But nonetheless, we're seeing some downside. Pound CAD's an interesting one because we're in an overall downtrend still. But we've had this kind of crazy climatic move here, huge sell-off followed by a huge rally to the upside, which could be the bottom of the trend. It could be the bottom. I'm not trying to overcomplicate it, but normally when you see these big, crazy, spikes like that at the bottom or top of trends, in trends. They normally are the bottom and the tops. But we'll see. But yeah, nonetheless, we've seen a nice, really strong impulsive move, breaking structure on the left here, which is an important thing, which is why we were looking for some retracement to set it back down again. So we've seen some downside. I did say yesterday we might rally and come and test that level, but unfortunately we didn't. Kind of from a little bit of a double top down the hourly and rolled over. So yeah, with pound CAD, we are coming into some support. We'll probably see some upside. Again, I still would rather be a seller of this market. So if you were to see one more drive to the upside, third lower high, you could catch the next wave to the downside. A retest of that consolidation would be nice, but you can see what the market's doing. High, lower low, lower high, lower low. Looking for that next lower high for another drive back down to the lows, maybe even another lower low as well. So pound CAD shorts do look good. I'd wait for another rally to the upside. Maybe there could be some nice buys here. We are a good area for some longs, but not really taking my fancy here. I'll still rather look for sell opportunities for this one. So 1.54800, keep an eye out for that area. Sales do look good for another move to the downside. 1.536. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing right now for pound CAD. That's all I'm seeing. We could come back down to these lows here, but I wouldn't be too greedy. That low there looks important. If it breaks through it, you can leave some to trickle, of course. But pound CAD for me, shorts still do look good to the downside. And pound yen as well. Like I said earlier, shorts do look good. We've snapped through that 167,500 level, so a retest of that would be nice. Will we do it? Not too sure. But nonetheless, shorts do look good right now, middle of nowhere. So I wouldn't really enter longs or shorts. I mean, yeah, but there's a little bit level on the left there, so that's probably what price is reacting to. But it's nothing of significance where I would actually look to place a trade. So if 167,500 get retested, I do think some shorts will look good there. Obviously, wait for some signs we are rejecting. But this is where the buyers have been drawn to. All these wicks here, these are where the buyers have been drawn to. So naturally, you expect the market to come back down there to find some buys if it wants to continue up again, or if it wants to reverse, break through the level. So that's where I expect price to head towards. Just need to find a good entry area to trade it. So I hope that made sense there for pound yen as well. Okay, we'll take a look at USD CHF and Euro Pound, see how my trades are doing. Euro CHF, Big Band, DXY, AD CHF, we'll take a look. Euro USD, waiting on Euro USD closure on hour for short. It's looking good right now, okay. Well, so yeah, I'm currently trading Euro Pound and USD CHF. So Euro Pound's just doing its thing. So at this point now, I'm just letting it wait to either hit my target or drop down against me. So there's not a lot to do here for Euro Pound. It's a nice trade. The risk is taken off the table. We'll see how price gets going. It's obviously coming back into these highs. So if it does come back down, it's because it's failing to break through that. But my plan is for a push into this level up there. So I'm going to ride it out and see what happens with Euro Pound. USD CHF, not playing ball at all. This could be coming to stop loss there. Again, that candle's not looking good at all. I think CHF is really strong, because I'm looking at CHF pairs. Yeah, CHF, JPY is pushing. AD CHF is dropping. Wow. Is that AD weakness as well? Or is it just CHF just on a crazy one? Looks like CHF is just really, really strong right now. So yeah, not looking good there. So USD could be coming to the SL, but that's a part of life. Euro Pound looks like it could be a win, so it could cancel each other out. Well, not cancel each other out. The risk reward means I'll be much more in profit than I'm in loss, but we will see. Those are the two trades I'm currently in. USD not playing ball, but Euro Pound still looking good. So hopefully we can go and take profit, and we'll see how they get going. Okay, so let's start taking a look at your pairs now. So DXY, Euro CHF, AD CHF, we'll take a look in Euro USD. Barca went down to 10 man, 25 minute, and a go and come back to it. No way. Fair play. Yeah, Barca are weird. Like, they do have good moments where, they're kind of up against it, but in the Champions League, they were doo-doo. do. So it's gonna be weird against Man United. That'll be an interesting game. Barca against Man United. That'll be interesting. Okay, so Euro CHF. Yeah, CHF is just very, very strong because all I'm seeing is all these CHF pairs heading down, unfortunately. But yeah, Euro CHF, again, haven't traded this pair in a while. Not really taking my fancy, but it does look good on the daily, I have to say. This is giving me lower swing high vibes right now. So we could be seeing that print in. I was talking about this area here. It looks like it's just about missed it, but nonetheless, we are seeing some nice rejection around this area. So this could be the low high forming for Euro CHF or move back down. Forming a quite a big double top pattern here. We've got the neckline, so to speak, of that low there. We are breaking through some structure here on the left. So frankly, if you can see a bit of upside retracement, you can look to trade it into that level. Oh, missed the entry. So something like that will look good because it looks like we are snapping through this low here on the left. Obviously, that candle hasn't closed yet, but we've got about 6 minutes before it closes. So yeah, Euro CHF is looking good for some more downside there. Euro CHF is looking good for some more downside into the neckline. If it breaks through that, then we could be seeing that major swing high forming, and then we could be seeing a lot more downside. But at the moment, that support neckline of that pattern looks like a good target to have at 0.98400. So yeah, Euro CHF shorts look good. DXY. So yeah, DXY is still trading at that support, still holding on. It's giving me a lot of wicks there. That added to one of the reasons why I did go long in USDCHF. I'm still looking for that move to the upside for the DXY. It's pulling back there on the 4H candle, but it could be coming back for another retest or a retest of this structure. As long as we don't break through the level, I'm still looking for upside in the DXY. So yeah, DXY is looking good. Expecting some upside from this one, back to 111. Obviously, this level here is definitely something to take into account, which looks like the market may have just wicked into, which is probably why we're retracing. But yeah, I'm expecting price to react bullish to the upside for the DXY. So we'll see how that gets going. If it breaks through, then we could be coming a lot lower. I'm looking at this being my swing low in the market for the DXY, which is down here. So potentially could see a third drive to the downside before we go bullish. That is definitely an option. But at the moment, a lot of rejection around here, expecting a bounce to the upside for the DXY. What just happened? What just happened there? Wait, am I still live? Yeah, I think I'm still live. Hello, can people hear me? Yeah, I think my computer, I think the HDMI cable unplugged. I don't know how it did that because I wasn't touching it. That was weird. I thought my electricity went. Okay, I think we're good. Could someone say in the chat if we're live? Yeah, okay, we see you. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, I think my HDMI cable unplugged because I've got two screens, so I think one unplugged and it went to the other one. But oh well, we're still good. Finish strong. Okay, so okay, so Euro USD will take a look and AUD/CHF, and then I will finish it on Euro NZD because we do have 4 minutes left of the stream, and then I'll leave the link to my Telegram there in the chat as well. New York Open will push dollar strength. Okay, we'll see. I mean, hopefully it does because I'm going to need that dollar strength for USD/CHF. I was hoping DXY to push to 107.99 price before push up would set up everything for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at price going up. It could still take a dive to the downside. It could still take a dive because this area here is like a big area of demand, broken support, broken resistance and support as well. So we could still even push down here before having a bigger move to the upside. Which is why I said if this support fails, we could see a third drive and then the bigger move. So that is definitely on the card still. But at the moment, we're still getting a lot of rejection here. So that's what I'm looking for. If it breaks, I'll reanalyze and go again after. But at the moment, I'm still buy of dollar. So even if it does break, I'm not really looking for a break and retest, if that makes sense. I'll just be looking for the same setup, just further down, at those areas. Okay, so Euro USD, ADCHF, and USD. We'll take a look. Yes, we're hearing you. Good. Yeah, I was a little bit of a scare there. Your electricity and it goes out in South Africa. Sometimes it does go out here. To be fair, I mean it's been a while. It's been a while since we had the power outage. Have to say, but it does happen. It does happen here. Okay, so Euro USD. Okay, so you said you're going to go short on the hourly candle closure. Okay, so that, I mean, anticipating the next candle to obviously roll over because of the break and retest. I can understand that. Not really the forte, not really a type of entry that I would personally look to take, but obviously that fits your plan. Then 100% go for it. I'm looking for some downside in Euro USD anyway. Obviously, it's kind of like the flip side of the DXY, because DXY I'm looking for a push up from the support. Euro USD I'm looking for a push down from the resistance. So I'm looking at that move to downside there for Euro USD. So yeah, if that fits your plan, go ahead for it. Nice little break and retest of that level, which we're talking about on the 15 minutes. So hopefully that could see some downside for Euro USD and see some upside for the DXY, and maybe save my USDC CHF position potentially. We'll have to see. But yeah, it is looking good for some sells. As long as we don't break through the resistance, it's still looking good for some sells. And if we do, we could be tapping into those areas up there. ADC Chef. Okay, so ADC Chef looks like it's breaking out big time. So that candle's going to close in 2 hours time. So when that 4H candle closes, if it can close anywhere similar to what it's looking right now, it doesn't have to be exact there. Could pull up a little bit, just nothing too crazy. We could be seeing that breakout and the formation of that lower high. And like I've said, with these highlighter marks here, these are all really good targets to have for the trade. Don't necessarily need to take it all the way back down, to the lows there. You can look to take partials or take profit or whatever. These look like good targets for that. So looks like we're breaking out that consolidation, lower high somewhere. Shorts back down to that level. Look good, and yeah, we can probably take the market a little bit further actually, and maybe see the trend continue. But yeah, ADCHF shorts look very good indeed. And Euro NZD, so this one's still pushing to the upside pretty strong here. Still pushing to the upside pretty strong, snapping through those highs. So Euro NZD is interesting. It's coming to this level. We could be seeing a lower high form back down again. But obviously I'll wait for some signs here. This could be the market maybe even forming a bit of a bottom there. Left head, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulder pattern. So there might be some shorts coming into this 1.70300 level. But at the moment I'm not really seeing much there. So keep an eye out for this area. There could be some nice shorts, but after snapping through that structure there on the left, it might mean that price wants to see some more upside. So do keep an eye out for that for your NZD there. But yeah, nothing quite there yet. But yeah, guys, we have come to the end of the stream. So I will leave a link to my Telegram in the chat for you guys. So if you want to stick around a couple of minutes after I end the stream, I will post a link there for it. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, currently in two positions, Euro Pound and USD CHF, which looks like it's very close to failing there. Hit my stop loss. We'll see how that goes out. Maybe I might get saved, but it's not looking like at the moment. But Euro Pound still looking good. So hopefully you can get a push into that target maybe by the end of the day if the market's kind to me. But yeah, if I do get into any other positions, I'll let you know. I'm still looking at some dollar strength, so I'm still looking at shorts on gold, but yeah, it's not quite ready yet. So I need a bit more time for that to develop before I start looking for some shorts. Pound USD, if that can snap the lows, that will interest me and start looking for some shorts because it didn't quite hit my area up there. So if you can break through that, and I'll start looking for some short ideas. Other than that, there's no real other pair that I'm taking my fancy really. UAUD, I was quite keen on this one at the start of the week, but it's not looking good at all. You can see it found that support there, so not looking good for me for any longs at all. Pound AUD I might consider up here again because Euro Pound is now break even, so I don't have any risk on any pound pairs. So that could interest me, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know on the Telegram group, so feel free to check it out. No problem, Aryan. No problem. You're top G. Your analysis is always on point. Thank you so much, man. If you guys have enjoyed the stream, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done already. If you're new, I do go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10 a.m. to UK. 10 a.m. to UK? What am I saying? From 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. UK time. So if you're free, tune in, say what's up. But yeah, I hope all of you guys will be in the live tomorrow, and I will be going on a live stream after with A1 Trading and Trader Nick on their channel. So I will leave a link to that as well in the description. Not in the description. In the Telegram. A couple minutes before I do go live with them. But yeah, I hope to see everyone tomorrow. Have a great day. Stay safe. Don't blow any accounts if you don't like that. And no problem much. See you tomorrow, Dylan. No problem. See you tomorrow, Aina. See you tomorrow. Do you know Stephen Hart? No. Never heard of that person in my life. Yeah, I do not know Stephen Hart. But yeah, guys, have a great day. I'll leave the link in the Telegram now, so just stay tuned for that. But I'll see you all tomorrow.